Um, Last session was semi-productive, I'd say. Um,
Arguably.
killed a few people, killed a few cartoons. Uh, yeah, you guys decided those cartoon motherfuckers got to go down. And you went to the most likely place, which is where you had first seen it all from the man who ran the ink shop. Um, your theory was correct, and the whole area and about 2 city blocks were under a quarantine by the world government. Um, and the whole area was black and white. You were able to see it driving, flying in the air with your flying car from a distance fairly easily. You got there. AAA did some initial scouting, disguised as just a worker to help with the world government to help clean up, and he did get roped into doing about an hour worth of work. Unfortunately for him, he had to work for the first time really in his life. As you guys were able to scout out and figure out, okay, here's what they're doing. They have a entrance room or like an entering area where you get suited up. You clean it up with the chemicals and solvents and cleaning tools they give you, and then you report back to the decontamination bay where they have a truck full of these barrels containing this this liquid that essentially gets all the black and white off you and brings you back to your normal colorful self. So he was able to do that, and I believe the party just decided, all right, let's sneak in. We have the protective suits. AAA was able to snag a few while he was getting dressed, enough for you guys. And you dimension doored onto the top of a ceiling or onto the top of a roof and started hopping along. Got to the building that was the kind of ground zero of all this, and there's a lot of cartoon guys out there. A lot of them. Dan counted quite a high number as he ran his magical spell through it to see what was all on each level. Can't remember the name of the spell. And at the basement where he had been described and remembered where all this came from was a pool of black ink at the bottom, fairly deep. Not really knowing what to do or what your plans of action were at the time, I believe it was Rez'Veela who decided, well, there's a truck that's got a bunch of this decontamination stuff, right? And went with Rosie to go hijack the truck. Hijack went successfully and started driving like a bat out of hell towards this building. And just as the truck was starting to come into view for the party, a gilded automata rounded the corner and started walking down the street. Rez was able to dodge it. Car went into building. Building went boom, thanks to Rosie's quick thinking and alchemical knowledge to make it go boom on collision. And when the dust cleared and settled, all the cartoons were gone. All that was left was this robot, which now in the middle of an explosion, and 2 party members it seemed to want to attack. Before it got an option to do so, Dan Vortex warped it into the semi-collapsed basement, which it fell prone, and this black ink started to almost immediately get absorbed into the robot, almost like a sponge. But at the same time, this liquid that was in the barrels started eating away at the robot and the ink at the same time. not really knowing what the hell was going on, Dan decided, all right, we got to get the hell out of here. And the robot did seem to be breaking his way out of the basement. And I believe it was Rez again who hijacked a different truck and decided, you know what? There's a lot of people in line for decontamination in like a straight line, and I got a truck, and we need to decontaminate ourselves. So Rez took the shortest route. Was able to plow through a few people. You guys were able to get a barrel that they had at the camp, loaded up into the truck. You got shot at a few times. Just another day. You were able to successfully drive away, and you were all able to get decontaminated from there. And then you more or less came home, not fully sure if you had actually really accomplished anything. You did some scouting. You know, at least their main base potentially, or seems to be of poor shape or destroyed. I believe that was more or less it for the session. You guys are still waiting on a few other things to come through, but I think that was the biggest things here that all kind of happened. Does anybody have any questions? Otherwise, we'd be at the laundromat, and this would be about late afternoon, I'd say, like around 3:30 or 4, that you guys would get back.
I got no questions.
All right.
I don't have any.
Then I think for right now, you guys did keep the decontamination suits or the biohazard suits, so to say, quarantine suits. You guys do have those.
Okay.
Probably should just hide them.
I have a chest. I will summon the magic chest from the ethereal plane, and we can stash everything inside of that.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
Didn't know you have access to nether chests.
Yeah, dude. I fabricated my previous body into a fucking fancy chest.
Can we, like, make out your previous body parts?
Yeah.
Very strange.
I mean, it David said it met the gold piece requirement, so I was like, shit, I'll turn that into a chest.
Yeah.
And I'll snap off a tiny figurine of it from the top, and that'll be my miniature, and now I can summon this nether chest, and I just have to cast it once every couple months to keep it up.
Nice.
Where do you put the key in?
There's no key.
Oh.
It's like a little, you get like a little figurine of the chest that you gotta you rub it like a lamp, and then the big chest appears.
Okay.
And then we stash our shit in it. Ta-da!
Okie doke.
So we stash our decontamination suits. What's on the docket next? I feel like quick break just to kind of collect ourselves.
Yeah.
I think
Let
quite
things calm
literally
down.
everything we have to wait for at this point.
Yeah, the docket as it stands is the submarine heist. We have a meeting with Local in about 11 days. We're waiting to hear back about Eidik. We're eventually going to kill one of Rosie's bullies in the near future, and we're going to look into phylactid stuff for you, Dagrim.
Right.
Potentially.
Alright.
Birdie walks around from a corner cleaning a dish with a soap and rag. You've also got the whole AAA family member business.
That is an ongoing project, yeah.
Oh, if you're looking for something to do, murder's always on the table.
Not wrong.
We could also take some time to look for more permanent residents than this laundromat. We did only divine that we'd be safe here for a week.
Did we determine that was like something bad's happening in a week, or just we've only
We
checked?
only know a week out, that's all.
Got it.
And I know Rosie indicated that she wasn't tremendously thrilled about being here permanently.
Well,
Sure.
is there a solution to that to keep us
We could
out of
go
the knowledge
shopping.
of? Well, we could,
No, we could go shopping. Don't ruin this.
but we need to make sure that we keep this place a secret.
Yeah. So
The new
it'll
place? Absolutely.
But how does one do that on this plane? I've never been a real estate broker or purchaser in this
Well-
plane of existence.
We did just take control of that Warforged shop.
Yeah.
But that's a public building.
Yeah, but I mean, we could follow that thread and see if there's any properties tied to it. You know, like a personal residence or something.
Does that have to do? I remember hearing the term FHA loan. Is that a thing?
What?
No, never mind. It probably has nothing to do with this.
Out of curiosity, how secret do we want this new place to be? Because we have the Devil Mafia connections. They could probably get us set up with something pretty easily.
I would prefer a residence that is unassociated with the businesses of this plane.
Okay. So do we want to?
I mean, I can always just disguise myself as a new person and buy a place.
You don't know how expensive it is going to be to buy a place. I think we still need to do.
We don't have to get a fancy place.
We need a place that is secretive enough that we can do activities without being scryed upon.
That is a tall order. Outside of wearing amulets of non-detection while we're there.
We can also buy a place and then start modifying that place.
That's true. If
Yeah.
we own, we can change it. Of course, I'm not convinced we're gonna have enough money to own any places around here.
I think it depends on what district we're trying to buy it in and how close to the center of that district we're trying to buy it in.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the logistics of buying into the land of the wild?
Pretty sure the wild is like a nature preserve. I don't think you can buy land there.
That would be right, sweetie.
Thanks, Birdie. I mean, we could check out my old neighborhood. That place is pretty run down. It can't be too expensive. We might need to knock some heads to stake a claim, but
And something we haven't done before.
yeah.
Sure, that seems
Yeah.
like a good place to start.
I am concerned whether or not the knocking of heads will draw any attention of the mafias. Do you know if there's any mafia ties in your neighborhood?
Fucking nah. Nobody gives a shit about that fucking shithole.
Then let's head to the shithole.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there are mafia ties, it is removed from the immediate management of business there.
It used to be owned by the Orc Mafia, but even they decided no.
Oh, were they the ones in charge?
Oh, for a time being, then they realized the juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
You know, I knew I hated those fuckers for a reason.
Why would one squeeze juice?
Out of a fruit?
Do you know how juice is made?
Is that the cow thing?
Alright,
You
come
got
on,
a
Dagger.
lot to learn, Dagrim.
I
I'll
have
make you
extra
a nice
planar.
orange Julius for when you come back.
I have extra planar int of 10. I don't know. I don't have knowledge of the planar worlds.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
So you want to head to Dan's old stomping grounds?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's head to the slums.
Okay. The slums of the slum district.
hmm
Yeah, it doesn't take too long. About hour and a half to get there. And yeah, I would say, Dan, do you land near where you were staying?
No, I don't think we necessarily want to go back there, but
I guess
think-
more as like a starting point.
I mean, as a starting point, sure, but I think we're looking for something more private and hopefully relatively easy to get control of.
Okay.
I think Rosie would keep an eye out for like a tavern-esque sort of thing that has like rooms above it.
Okay. So, I mean, that's going to be a fair amount of the businesses here where, you know, essentially the mom and pop stores operate on the first floor, and then, you know, they live above in the second or third floors in this case. So, I would say it wouldn't take too long to find taverns. There's probably a pretty good pick of the litter for taverns as far as that goes. All of those usually seem to fit the bill. In this area. Aside from that, it's for the most part housing. A lot of tall brick buildings, usually anywhere from about 4 to 7 stories in height for these apartment complexes. But the ones with the businesses typically are average a little bit higher, around 5 to 8 stories in height. Is there anything specific you're looking for in them? Like location or
I wonder if we can find any that have been illegally modified with underground facilities.
I feel like that wouldn't be in this district.
I feel like that's
I feel
the
like this
modification
would be
we
the
can
district.
do it.
I feel like this would be the district that would have them.
Well, like a rum runner tunnel or something?
Or like a thieves' den. Or, I don't know. I
Can
feel
we
like this
find?
would be.
I think something with like a private, or at least like a fenced off, like entryway, so people don't necessarily see you going in or leaving.
What about like one of those alley ones where you have to go down a set of stairs to get into it?
Oh yeah.
And also somewhere where we can stash. Well, the car flies, right? So we could put that on a roof.
correct?
Huh, are the buildings stable enough for that?
We'll have to
The
find
building
one.
collapses the next day, and the car is just stuck up there, floating.
We'll have to find one that is.
Can the place be called the Tattered Tap Room?
Tattered tap room. I mean, you can name it that.
Kind of fun.
Okay, so if that's kind of what you're looking for, a little bit more private design, kind of thing, I would say give me a. I'd say give me a perception as you guys kind of drive around the slums looking to see what you can find.
Perception, you
Whoever's
said?
looking for it. Yeah.
Natural one.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh,
Rez,
you were
what's
distracted
wrong?
by driving.
Mm-hmm.
Distracted driving. Get out of the driver's seat.
Is this perception or investigation? You said.
Perception.
I got a 9.
14.
22.
Come on, guys.
I got a 22.
Okay.
22, David.
All right. Good.
I got a. Where's my perception? 17.
17. Okay. Those last two are some decent numbers. I would say, looking through, a lot of the party is kind of distracted by the going-ons of the slums. But the rest, two of you managed to pick out some places. Aside from that, you see one that fits the bill pretty well. It's got kind of the fence is a bit broken and run down, but it does provide what looks like partial cover around this area. It's about a 6-story building with a tavern in the front. So there you are able to find that one option. It looks like the name of this place is the Detailed Boulder.
Gross name, we'd have to change that.
And then, kind of looking around, you do find another building that does actually have kind of the dip in into the ground stairwell that leads to the bar. But this building is a little bit shorter since it does technically have a basement. This one's about 4 stories tall, so it's not as tall, but the amount of floors is about the same. And this one is called the Drunk Goose Inn.
I like that one.
So it seems like a difference between like a bar and an inn. So the Detailed Boulder is a bar, and the Drunken Goose Inn is an inn.
While the group is kind of looking into these places, I think I'm going to. Well, I guess we're flying, aren't we?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, okay. When we land,
Mhm.
Dagrim will break from the group slightly and just kind of wander the neighborhood to be his intimidating self, hood up, just kind of walk around and see what occurs, to see if there's any serious shady shit going on versus like petty stuff.
Okay. See if like there's any kind of wheeling and dealings, down an alley or something, or
Yes,
if it's just
exactly.
or if it's just the equivalent of help that mugger just stole my purse.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'd say do you want to go on your passive perception, or do you want to roll for it?
Let's go passive. It's a 13. It's fine. I'm just kind of looking around, kind of getting a vibe.
Getting a vibe of how shady of an area this is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seeing if there's any activity that we should be concerned of.
Okay. So I would say as you walk around, this would be around the area of the Drunk Goose Inn. As you walk around and kind of examine the areas, on a passive of 13, it mostly just seems like this area is people just trying to live their lives, but they're in a rough spot, so to say. You see a few addicts down the alleyway. You see some people going into a general store with guns. Doesn't take too long before you hear a gunshot. Other than that, it's fairly calm in that sense. Like, you don't see like any people ducking down alleyways and disappearing down hidden stairwells or things like that. Or lots of people watching you from behind, whispering or anything like that. This seems more like just people trying to live their lives in a shitty part of town.
Does this feel
Noted.
like home, Dan?
Do what?
Does this feel like home?
I mean, in that I'm unfazed by what a shithole it is because I grew up with it. Yeah, no, I mean, basically, that's pretty par for the course.
So sorry.
Hey, it is what it is.
That's brutal.
It made me the man I am today.
Hat.
So are we gonna go buy a building then?
I mean, might as well try.
It could be our building, and then we could have a fake source of revenue. Well, a way to launder our money. And then a place to sleep that has actual beds. She's tearing up.
So, I mean, how do you want to try and buy it? Do you want to head in and see if you can talk to the owner, or what are you thinking?
I guess, yeah, we'll just go talk to the manager.
Okay.
Whoever's in charge.
Okay. And just to clarify, you guys are currently at the Drunk Goose Inn. If you wanted to go to the Detailed Boulder, which was the other one, you'd have to drive over there quick. But heading in to the Drunk Goose Inn, going down the kind of sunken stairwell along the side of the sidewalk, opening up, very nice little bar, as nice as it can, kind of tavern area. Nice as it can be in this area. And it's too early for the regulars to have shown up, really. You just see a bald man with a beard cleaning up the bar. Evening, chaps. What can I do for you? Need a drink?
Looking for information, really. You own this place?
I do with me wife.
Yeah. You, paying dues to any outside third parties, or you guys own this thing outright? No issues.
He gives you a squint. Look, if you're trying to offer some sort of protection racket, I don't want it.
I'm just trying to get a sense of what the business landscape looks like around here. We're in the market for some, new real estate.
And supposing that really is the reason you're here.
Supposing.
You even got the price in mind then.
I mean, that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you. What does a place like this run?
You're gonna get a message from Rosie going, if you just let him set the price, he's going to price gouge us.
I mean, we know how much Rosie's apartment was, don't we?
To buy outright.
But that was also a much nicer area.
I know, but I mean, we have comparisons. We have price points that we can look to.
Look, I just got a loan from the bank about 2 years ago. This place set me back 10,000 gold. Can you believe that?
Oh, 10,000? That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
I mean, that's so much money. Rosie's gonna walk away and
Deception.
look around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me a deception on that. You ain't getting away from that without a roll.
Oh my gosh. That's so much.
Oh my god, so much money. Can I get a performance from her instead?
Oops, I dropped my coach bag.
You know what? Sure, it didn't sound like you were actively trying to deceive, more just changing a tune.
Okay, then she got a 15.
15. Okay. He pauses for a moment as he goes back to cleaning a glass. Damn right, it's a lot. Took me and my family quite some time to get up that kind of money. So you'd be happening to offer something a bit more than that for my time.
Oh, I mean... What was that?
12,000 gold? Question mark.
That tells me I'm not gonna be able to retire on 2,000 gold.
Is 12,000 what you're actually offering? Or is that...
I think she's just pitching to us.
So
Yeah.
there's 4 of us, right? 1, 2. No, there's 5 of us.
5 of
Yeah.
us.
So if we offer 4,000 apiece, it'd be 20,000. 4,000 is not that much for each of us.
Yeah, that's not.
True.
Nah, that's fair.
Alright.
Hey, I have a question before we ask anything. How big's your family? Just you and your wife?
Hey, just had me 6th.
Just had your 6th child?
I
A lot of babies.
got a lot of work to do.
Poor baby.
Alright, that was my question.
You don't work for free in this life that we've been given. At least I don't.
For what it's worth, guys, I'm good with 20. We can start at 20.
How about me?
Good.
Yeah, I think we should start with 20. I think they'll probably go with twice the amount they bought it for.
Yeah, that's double. Like,
Well, someone who's charismatic, pitch it to him.
You just gotta sell it to them. Like, we're doing them a favor. We're not gonna bullshit them. Just like, we're gonna give them the best price we can.
Yeah.
Let him have a AAA.
Oh god, dude. Okay.
So what's it gonna be then?
AAA is gonna walk out and be like, "Well, I'll sell it to you straight. I feel for you as a working man, and I don't want to beat around the bush with you. So we'll offer you the best price we can. We'll offer you 20,000 for the entire building."
I'd say he pauses for a moment, but you do see his eyes kind of go wide for a brief bit. You hear him kind of muttering to himself. Give me a persuasion.
You're so good. Shit. That is a nat 20 plus 5.
God damn. Big numbers.
cheaper. 18,000.
He thinks for a moment. And yeah, you see his eyes keep going wide as he mumbles. As he kind of coughs and regains his composure and looks up to you. And suppose I do be accepting your gracious offer. Talk is all good, but it is a bit cheap. Can you prove to me that you even got that kind of money? You can. I'll sign the papers today.
Rosie starts like fucking with her bag.
I'll start counting Acrite, yeah.
Yeah. She'll start counting Acrite. 1, 2, 3. How many?
I'm not sure how else you'd like us to do that.
It's 40 apiece, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Here's my-
40 Acrite apiece?
Yep.
I will say that Dagrim is not present,
Well,
so I'll Venmo you.
We'll collect his share when we see him
I'll
next.
need to stop by the bank.
Okay. So as you start counting, go ahead.
I said a couple of us have to get the rest of it, but is it okay if we show sincerity of half now and half when you're ready to move out?
Pauses. And
wait, we should get him to sign some form of paperwork so he doesn't take our money and then be like, oh no.
Of course, that would be part of the agreement.
He knows better than to take the money of a pack of folks like us and just try to walk away with it, don't you? Pal?
We would set the agreement that he would get half now to get himself ready to move out, and then as soon as he moves out, he would get the other half.
It's fine by me.
I should be at least asking me better half first. Emily! As he yells up the stairs. Get your butt down here! And yeah, his wife walks down, and you see them discussing for a moment before she kind of pipes her head up from them huddling together as they were talking. And if we were, we'd need some sort of paperwork. Give us half the money.
Okay.
Sound good?
I'm assuming we can either pull out, what is it? How much did we need again?
20,000.
No, right now we need 10,000, which was how much Acrite again?
20?
It would be 40 for each person. For the
43.
200
20,000
Acrite.
total. So we need 100 Acrite.
And who are the ones that actually have it right now? I have mine.
I have
That'd
mine.
be... Yeah, if it's just the four of you guys right now, it would be 2,500 per person or 25 Acrite, because we're not counting for Dagrim right now.
Okay. So I guess is that accounting for the half right now, or are we accounting for the entire?
That would be for the half.
Okay. So we're handing over half right now. Does somebody have the paperwork?
I feel like Rosie and Dan could draft some paperwork pretty quick.
Do paperwork. Do you have a typewriter or something?
Typewriter?
I don't know. Pen and paper.
Hector, get down here! He's a good one at penmanship.
I have good penmanship.
And yeah, you see one of his sons come down. Looks like he's not even fully a grown up yet. Looks like a young teen, brown hair. looks like he just woke up, and you hear them talking to each other. And he just kind of flips out a piece of paper onto the table and starts scribing his parents' names in it. What are your guys' names? He says sleepily.
Daniello, Similetto, and company.
Right. And yeah, he starts writing up a paperwork. And it doesn't take him too long talking with his parents a few times on just what to write down, as he eventually flips it around for you guys to sign. Well, that just agrees to pay half now and then half once all the other paperwork is working done.
Dan will sign. As long as everything looks kosher, no bullshit on there, right?
Give me
bullshit.
Give me, I'd say probably I feel like insight, because you're looking for any signs of, or no, not insight, investigation.
Rosie also checks, since she has
Sure.
probably had some
Yeah.
experience with
26 total.
26.
I got 16.
Rosie has no idea what she's looking. It's a 12.
Looking at it, it seems very dry and to the point, Dan. It's pretty much pay the money, or half the money now, pay half later, and you get the deed. You don't really see any bullshit in there.
All right. Looks good.
All right, good. I'm going back to bed. As he
You
just
sign it in the hand.
sleepily stomps his way back up. Sorry, what was that, AAA?
I said, I guess we sign it in the hand over the entry.
And yeah, they look over it too, and they sign it, and they or he peels it off, gives you a copy of it, basically on copy paper. All right, then we just need half now, and once everything's settled up, then we can leave this place in your hands. But do you mind asking, why do you want to buy a place in a town like this? Have you ever lived here?
It's an investment.
Yeah, I grew up here.
Oh, sorry for you, lad. But
We need
I
it.
understand the power of the rose-tinted goggles.
No, I think we know pretty well what we're getting into here. This is what we're looking for.
Suit yourself, not my business to look a gift horse in the mouth.
That's the spirit.
How long before you guys believe you'll be able to move out?
Once we get the main things moved out of here, 2 days, if you can give us that.
That's fine.
Once we wake up the kids, we can get moving fairly quick.
Sounds good.
Oh my god.
We'll see you in a couple of days.
Rosie's so excited. She's practically like jumping.
Wow.
Really that excited to be out of the laundromat, huh?
He
Yes.
almost jumped.
There's no real beds. I want a bed. I want my own space.
Wait, by an almost jump, does that mean she just went on tippy toes for like a second?
Yeah, basically.
You can see in her eyes that she considered jumping for a moment.
Yes, she did.
Let's not and say we did.
I'm gonna go find Dagrim. And tell him that he owes us 4,000 gold.
Dagrim, is there anything else you're looking for while you're out here? You're mostly just finding this area is fairly okay. The further you start to wander, I'd say, the more risky things start to become. You start to kind of get down the badder part of the bad town.
Would you say that there's any? I would say that I'd be also looking for blue coat activity.
Okay. And as you look around, you're not seeing very many cops, like, at all. Like, you've been walking down this entire strip, and I don't think you've seen a cop once. Not even a cop car driving by.
Place really is ignored, isn't it? Dagrim says to himself.
He's over here like, perfect.
Yeah, I don't think Dagrim's doing anything special. I think he just went on his little solo mission briefly.
Okay.
I think Rosie would go up to Rez and be like, "Oh my god, do you want to go furniture shopping? We can check out this whole place." Just ask.
You just want me to come along so I can carry things?
No. Well, I wanted your actual opinion on things you might like.
Inside check.
I have a bag of holding. I can make it work.
For furniture?
Furniture.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
It's an IKEA bag of holding.
18.
No, she generally just wanted you to come with her and go furniture shopping because she's excited.
Okay, as long as I can pick out a ping pong table.
Well,
An actual table. Okay. So yeah, I'd say, Rez, if you're gonna try and fetch Dagrim,
Yes.
I'd say give me a perception to see if you can find him as you start walking around the city.
23.
23. Okay. You start wandering, kind of in the direction that you saw him going down. Not seeing too much right away, but as you kind of get into more of the slummy areas, you do see the. Well, I should say you don't see. You hear the familiar clank of Dagrim's plate armor.
But you don't hear his footsteps.
It's true. You just hear his shoulders clanking. Shoulder blades, or not shoulder blades, shoulder plates clanking.
Halters.
Yeah.
Cauldrons.
Oh,
And yeah, you'd be able to find him.
Rez catches up. Dagrim,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Scoping out the neighborhood.
Are you looking for anything specific?
General activity. Seeing if there's anything suspicious. Blue coats. Seems like this neighborhood is forgotten.
Looks that way. Are you particularly worried
Is
about
it-
the blue coats around here for some reason?
Well, we haven't had many run-ins with them, but I just wanted to make sure that the neighborhood we were going to invest in was not going to be a problem in any way whatsoever.
I'm sure there will be problems.
I will say there's definitely a lot of petty theft. And mild violence.
I think people will learn pretty quickly that if you mess with us, they're going to pay the price.
Have you found a place?
We did. You owe us 4,000 gold, by the way.
I just hand it. Yes, go on.
Alright, well, I didn't need it for 2 days, but that works.
I don't have little use for it.
Nothing else you're looking to purchase?
I hand you 40 of my 650 ekrite.
On top of the 4,000 you've already handed me?
No, I take the 40 off the top of this. You just see like a bag that's just filled with ekrite.
Oh,
You are showing me that you have money?
No, I'm just passively. You just see that he has a shit ton of money on him. I'm not purposely doing that. I'm just handing you the money.
Oh.
But you would see that he has all of the money that we've earned. He has not stored it in a bank.
I see.
You're just carrying it
just
around.
Carrying that on you then.
Yes.
But you've no use for money?
It's useful, and in this case, I can see the use. But at the moment, there's nothing that I need.
I swear I just heard Rosie say something.
Yeah, it's weird.
Rosie's gonna ask the group if she can name the place.
Do you have a name in mind?
I'll show it to you. I'll get a little sign and everything.
Alright, well I think Dagrim
call.
will head back.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys would eventually reconvene probably outside the area, or outside the inn. You can already hear muffled talking and the sounds of furniture and footsteps from inside. Seems they're already starting to clean up.
Alright.
I found Dagrim.
Can I name it?
What are you proposing to name it?
Be a surprise.
Well, we can't say yes unless we know.
The Snuggly Duckling?
No.
Oh, come on. Please.
Certainly
It stands out.
wouldn't be suspicious.
On the Snuggly Duckling, who would think of big old crime organizations happening? Nobody.
We need to match the neighborhood.
No, we don't.
These guys were naming their restaurant the Cozy Goose, weren't they? Or something like that.
Yeah, so we're just switching out birds and adjectives. It's
The Drunk Goose Inn.
Drunk Goose Inn. What about Toasted Duck?
Are we actually, like, gonna be a business to any degree? Do we need a
Yeah.
name?
That's a good question.
I feel like it's a massive security risk.
AAA is a bartender.
It's true.
Yeah, this is going to be a place of residence and virtual headquarters.
I was thinking, well, I think part of keeping it on the download is oh my god, brain.
You good?
Do we? Is this a place that has that like alley basement access that we mentioned previously, or no?
So this one is the one with the sunken stairwell on the sidewalk.
Okay. And the whole building is 4 stories?
Correct. But you do, well, I should say it's 4 stories above ground, 1 story below ground,
Okay. 5 stories.
which is the actual, tavern.
Is there a way into the building that's above ground?
There is, but that's to That's to like the residences.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we could operate a bar out of the basement and then just have the rest of the building be locked off from that.
Well, I think by doing that, it also will draw less suspicion to it since it used to be a tavern. And instead of it being a tavern where we rent rooms, we can just turn it into a bar, and now the taverns are our living space.
Yeah. That's pretty low risk, I think.
Sure, alright. I can see the rationale.
I assume we'll have to hire people and whatnot, though.
So can we name it the Snuggly Duckling?
What about the Fugly Duckling?
I can't say that I'm a huge fan of the Snuggly Duckling, but I also don't have a good alternative, so...
So the Snuggly Duckling.
Well, it's not my call to make, I'm just saying... Unless someone has a better alternative, there's no reason not to.
I mean, we could call it the... I got nothing. Fuck it.
We could call it the Dirty Duck.
I could get behind that.
Dirty Duck.
The
Bar.
Dizzy Duck.
Why does it have to be duck themed?
I don't know. I felt like that was because we're playing on the goose thing.
What about the Dismal Duck?
The dead duck.
What about the Wet Puss?
I mean, that sounds fine.
I feel like that implies that we're a different type of establishment.
The bean hole.
Why does it imply it's something else?
What about the Dirty Bean?
Oh boy.
I mean, that makes me think of coffee.
That does.
Well, yeah.
You and your bean juice.
But we even have a mascot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that we necessarily want to be advertising Bean. He's pretty distinctive.
He is very, he's a very, unique.
You don't want to draw attention to Rosie's bean?
Not
No.
especially.
Not without her taking the lead on that.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Well, shall 2 days pass?
I mean, if that's what you guys want to do here, I would say, you guys would, if you guys are all done here for right now, heading back to the laundromat for the time being, settling down for the night. If nobody has anything, we can go to the next day. But Dagrim.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be put
Yes.
into you're going to have a dream. Not sure if it's something you have very frequently.
Yeah.
Or in this case, let's just call it a vision. You are floating in the astral plane, just endless dark, spanning out, and you see two slits, two green eyes, kind of a dark greenish eyes opening up as a large disfigured skull comes into view. The eye sockets burning this deep green, You would recognize this as one of the visions that has come to you when Merkel wants your attention.
Oh, shit.
I give him my full attention in my dream.
Hmm. Do you know why I have brought you here? To this plane of
To
Fortuna.
investigate Flaxids as well as investigate the death god, the false god.
Yes. And to also carry out my will,
Of course.
correct?
Anything.
Then why have you not been enacting it?
Currently, I'm gathering my forces. I'm working with a group. They seem very useful. Solo, the mission would be extremely difficult. But with this, it should be much easier to attain, and I'm getting knowledge of things we did not expect.
I am speaking of more trivial matters. You let heretics to your door. You let lambs into the lion's den, and you let them out. Why is that?
I am concerned of their presence.
Then why didn't you take care of them? Send me their souls.
I will do next time I see them.
See the skull pause as it just kind of gets closer to you, staring into you. Remember who it is that has made you who you are. And at that, you'd probably snap out of your dream in kind of a cold sweat.
Ah, a normal sweat. And then I fall back asleep. Back to my normal dream of bunnies.
That sounds like the Dagrim we all know.
Does Dagrim have the equivalent of pyro vision
Pyrovision?
from TF2?
That goes
My
over my
God.
head.
I know, I probably surprised a few people there with that reference.
I remember that.
I won't explain it because that ruins the joke and it's already lost at that point. But, anyways, yeah. Night would pass, and yeah. Morning would come. Unless you guys have anything pressing, we can skip a day.
To shopping with Rez.
I mean, I do need to go to the bank anyway.
Okay. So I would say if you guys wanna shop, kind of keep shopping simple. Thank you, Dan. I was just about to post that. Keep shopping simple. Guys are mostly just looking for furniture, a ping pong table. Anything else you're looking for?
Rosie probably not, because she honestly has a lot of stuff from her old apartment.
Okay.
She was just kind of curious.
Rez is gonna find a wooden duck on one of the shelves and hand it to Rosie. You want this?
Yes.
You seemed very duck inclined yesterday.
Ducks are cute.
They make for a good meal.
guess that is true. Duck is good.
Duck is good.
Maybe that can be the special at the bar.
Duck?
Yeah.
We are going to need to hire a few people to make something like that work.
I can show how to make a good duck.
I feel like the bar will not be super high for the level of establishment we're creating here. It's not exactly a nice place. We don't need to have a full restaurant on offer.
Just like some meals for all the drunk people. So they can stop being drunk.
You think it's worth the effort?
Well, if we want to make a good name for ourselves and kind of take over, I think it would be worth it.
You're real quiet, Chani.
If we... God, brain. If we want to make a good name for ourselves, so that we can take over and build up the area, I think it would be worth it. Going the extra mile for people that have never gotten that treatment before.
I mean, like I said yesterday, I'm not disinclined from the idea of having a bar in the basement, but, you know, how popular do we want it to actually be?
Probably this one not very popular, but the next one.
There's going to be another one?
Well, isn't that how you slowly take over stuff? You start investing and buying things and...
I mean, in the long game, I suppose, yes.
So yeah, there will be a next one at some point.
I guess if this is going to last that long.
Or do you think it won't last that long?
I don't know. I feel like we are converging towards a lot of danger. And I would not be surprised if some or all of us don't make it to the end.
It's a morbid thought, but fair.
I don't think it's untrue.
I mean, yeah, no, you're not entirely wrong.
But I suppose it's more interesting to assume we will be around long enough to make this work.
That we don't brutally die by something stupid.
Could not hear what you said.
That we don't brutally die by something stupid.
Oh. Yeah. That's the goal. Alright. Well, I think we'll get the furniture and get it shipped.
Getting the furniture all set up, no worries. Probably going to run you a grand total of 5 gold to get all the additional furniture that you would need, based on kind of the layout. And yeah, that day you guys would head back to the Drunk Goose Inn.
Also, just to throw it out there, just for the fun of it, Rez, without Rosie knowing, is going to order 100 of those wooden ducks and have them sent in a separate shipment to the bar.
Okay. 100 wooden ducks is gonna run you 100 pennies.
Jesus.
So a gold.
A gold? Okay.
Yeah.
That's goofy.
And then I will deduct the 4,000 just right now.
So yeah, you get there and yeah, you can see a truck that is just loaded to the brim with furniture, with clothing, kids sitting on the chairs up top while Ma and Pa are in the front of the truck talking. Boy, there you are. Were you getting worried you wouldn't show up? Afraid we might have to unpack.
Hey. Oh, we're here.
Rosie's gonna run into the establishment and go find her room.
Okay. I'd say
Fuck them kids. Push away. Push them out
Yeah,
of
she's
the way.
like, get out of my way. I get first dibs. I'm so excited.
I'd say while you do that, he would get out of his truck and walk towards you, Dan, and extend a hand out to shake. I we should come to an arrangement.
This seems like it's going to work out for both of us very well.
I think so. Oh, one last thing. Emily and I got to talking. We'd like you have this if you do keep it running as a in bar, something like what we do here. And he goes to the back of the truck, and you see a few metal cages. He opens one up and pulls out a duck and hands it to you.
Uh-huh.
This is, I believe... What was the name, Emily? Yes, that's right. For short term, you could just call him the Count, but his full name is Count Alan Quaxon Webfoot.
Please show Rosie this duck.
Yeah, sure, man. Thanks.
He was sired by, Mr. Splash-A-Lot.
Oh, he's got a backstory.
The ducks, yes.
Oh,
Everyone does.
okay. Well,
We all do, don't we? We've all got a story.
Sure, man.
But Emily figured it might just be a nice little gesture for, doing what you did. So, with that said, I got the deed here. It's all signed. Just need your signature, and can get you your keys, and we can get paid up and be on our way.
All right. Well, let's take care of that. We'll get signatures done and lay claim to our new business.
I'll take the duck.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Don't kill the duck before showing it to Rosie.
You want me to kill
It's a
it
wooden
after
duck. It's not a
showing
real
it?
duck, is it?
It is a real
It's
duck.
a real duck.
Oh, it's a real duck.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a real
shit.
duck.
It's quacking.
So, he flips the deed onto the top of his truck as he finishes signing it, and takes the bag of coin from you as you sign your part, and he splits off his copy, hands you your copy, and here's the keys. He tosses you a set of 3 keys. One's for the tavern, one's for our former rooms above, and then the other one is a skeleton key. Should get you into any other room.
Alrighty. Then I think we're all settled up here.
I think so. All right, come on, kids. Come on, Emily. As he hurriedly gets into the truck with the bag, and you just see the truck kind of groan and lurch as it starts getting out of the sidewalk, starting to go down the street. One kid just looking at you from behind, sitting on the furniture, waving by to you.
Alrighty.
Now the place is yours.
Getting the master suite, by the way. That's what she's looking for.
Is she?
You mean the room that is not infested with cockroaches?
Yes.
Well, I
She's
got the
trying to
duck.
find the nicest and largest room.
Dan would like to do a tour of the premise and just assess security. How sturdy is this building? How many points of entry? What do the main doors look like? That kind of thing.
I'll join you.
Yeah. Okay. Are you still holding on to the duck?
Yes.
I will. No, I am not holding the duck. Rez can
I'm
have the
holding
duck.
the duck.
Okay.
He's in a cage, isn't he?
Nope, he just handed you the duck.
Oh. Surprisingly calm for being in such a large amount of danger.
Whack.
Not confident that duck's all there.
He said
As you
he's-
say that, Dan, you can swear he just squinted and looked at you.
You have something to say? Yeah, that's what I
Damn it.
thought.
It's a duck.
Yeah, real smart duck, aren't you? Anyways. The fucking ego comes out.
Watch this duck's got like a fucking security camera in it.
Birds aren't real, guys.
The Demon Council's spy.
I mean, truth be told, Dan's probably going to run Detect Magic as he does this tour to see what the building's like.
But okay, so I would say if you two are kind of going through the building, give me an investigation. You're just kind of looking around the building to get all of this info.
I will assist Dan.
All right. That is a 19 total, I believe. Yep, 19.
Okay. I would say it's a fairly run-of-the-mill building. You've got the kind of downstairs entrance into the tavern portion of the inn itself. That's got a front entrance and then a back entrance stairway up. You know, typically for that it pours out into the kind of alleyway behind all these apartments where you got your trash and all that other kind of stuff. There's only one main entrance into the living quarters on top side. And it just spills out into a hallway, kind of pretty standard of most apartments. You've got a hallway, then you got stairs. They lead up all to all the doors for the apartments. And then up at the top, you do have a stairwell that leads up to the ceiling. Seems most apartments have the standard 2-bed, 1-bath, living room, kitchen.
Okay.
Usually about 2 to 3 windows per apartment. And it looks like the spot that they had furnished for kind of the inn portion is mostly just the first floor, the ground floor, while they were living on the second floor. By the looks of it, it looks a bit more worn in, so to say. Other than that, you have fire exit leading down from the top floor all the way down to ground floor. Fire exit, you're not sure about the quality of. Outside of everything, this one probably looks the worst. Lot of rusty bolts. Some are missing. It wobbles a little bit when you step on it. It doesn't look super good.
Okay. How big would you say the fire exit is?
About 1 person wide.
Right, but like how many stories?
Oh, it covers from the top story down to the ground floor.
That's gonna be a lot of work to do it with magic. It's probably cheaper to just buy a new one. Okay, and then how many doors into the building?
So there's the ceiling building, or the rooftop entryway, door, I should say. That leads to the stairwell, and then you have the main entrance out front, and then you do have the tavern entrance down the stairs. And on a 19, I will say you do see a hidden entryway, basically a ceiling from the basement floor. A ceiling kind of stairway that does spit out into the stairwell.
Is that like a hidden thing?
It wasn't exactly hidden, but it was in the back of the tavern where you didn't have immediate access to at the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I mean, like you head into like where they had their kitchen, and you can just see a clear cutout in the ceiling.
Gotcha. Okay. But that's not a door outside. That's just a
correct. So the only doors outside are the ones to the.
Doors.
There's the one to the tavern. There's the main entrance, to the apartments. There's the back door for the tavern, and then there's the rooftop.
Okay. I'm gonna say Dan is probably gonna reach out to some local businesses he may have been familiar with growing up.
Okay.
And see if we can't get some orders in for a new fire escape and for some new doors and door frames.
Okay.
Get this place renovated a little bit, a little more secure.
Replace the locks.
Not just replace the locks, but replace
Yeah.
the door and the door frame itself. Just like some heavy duty, like hard to fucking bust down metal doors.
Ooh. Getting it all nice and upgraded then.
I mean, might as well.
Okay.
Rosie's gonna get all of her furniture from her old apartment shipped over.
Okay. All easily doable. Just gonna be time for the workers to come out and start replacing the doors and knocking down the existing doors, fully replacing them. I'd say getting them replaced with metal doors. How fancy are you wanting to go? Are you wanting some magical enchantments on the doors, or
I
are you just
can
wanting
enchant
metal
the doors myself. I just need metal.
Okay. So if you just want metal doors, are you wanting to replace every apartment room with them, or just the main entryways?
Just the entryways.
Okay. So just the main entryways, that's going to run you about 10 gold. Is about 2.5 gold per metal door.
Okay. So 10 total.
Yep.
We'll spend a platinum.
Fancy.
And then Dan is going to start getting arcane locks cast on the doors, the exterior doors.
Okay. So Dan's doing that. Getting furniture shipped over. That'll take a little bit for it to all get moved over. Installing the furniture that you guys did get. What are y'all doing, or what is everybody else doing? Or is there anything else I should say that you guys want to be doing afterwards? So I'd say it's not going to take too long to get to this point.
I would say that Dagrim is looking in any local papers for any news of a group of Ilmater.
Okay.
See if there's any, if they're making waves or doing anything. A lead,
Okay.
perhaps.
Okay. And then doing that, is there any specific place you want to go to try and get this information? Like look in the newspapers, look in...
I'm just looking at papers right now.
Okay. So I'd say looking through newspapers, kind of turn to the more religious sections of the papers, talking about all the various gods and things like that. There are a few missing person requests that you see. That sure enough, they're talking about a potential lost disciple of Ilmater.
So is it like someone put in an ad like, hey, looking for X?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, like a
If you see a person, wearing these type of clothings or doing these types of rituals, please let us know. Is more or less the essence.
When it says let us know, how?
Yeah, so it's basically saying to report to the Church of Ilmater.
Oh, there's a Church of Ilmater here?
There is.
Dagrim has a problem with that, clearly.
I didn't know there was a Church of Ilmater. I thought that Ilmater was another god that was not practiced on this plane. Does it have an address?
It does. Specifically, you're looking for 217 Eastern Pass in the Ventura district.
That's in this neighborhood.
Rez is out right now doing the furniture stuff, right?
This is the day we moved in, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Then I'm just walking around with a duck.
I'll approach Rez.
I don't really know what to do with you. Oh, yes.
How do you feel about burning down a church?
Which one?
Church of Ilmater.
Is that?
What the hell? I just sat down.
Who starts a conversation like that? What the hell?
Does anybody show Rosie the duck?
I'm just walking around with a duck sitting in my arms. So if you're walking around too, I imagine you'd see it at a certain point.
Rosie's in her room, just like.
Dagrim looks at the duck and he's like,
Arranging.
Do you want me to...
Yep.
Is this dinner?
I feel like it should be. But I also feel like I should probably show Rosie because I think she'd like it.
If you show Rosie it, she won't eat it.
I mean, we could get a different duck.
They're all food, right?
You really only have to feed like one person in the party.
That's true. Not many of us eat. Would you even eat this if we cooked it?
I'd kill it.
Does duck taste worse if its soul has been gifted to Merkel?
I don't think Merkel would want a duck soul.
Is he picky?
It's the
He
value.
doesn't like
of it.
duck.
Yeah, he's not a fan of duck. It's a gamey bird.
It's very fatty.
Yes. No.
Bad
Well,
for
not the skeleton, not the soul.
I feel like. Here's a better question. Why do you want to burn down a church? Set aside the duck conversation for now.
Well, the Church of Ilmater's got a foothold, and feel like I need to put them in their place.
Is that your mission?
It is now,
As of when?
today.
Did you get new orders or something?
I won't go into details.
Okay, well I'm gonna need some details if we're gonna go burn down a church. It's a pretty big commitment.
Hmm.
Is that a problem?
Not technically. I mean, you are similarly aligned,
Seems that
and we
way.
are working together.
Truthfully, I don't know what your end game is still, Dagrim. But for now, we are aligned.
It seems like it's ever changing. Merkel wants them gone.
I figured that much.
Then you know as much as I. I am the
one of
servant,
those-
so I must follow.
Is there a reason? I mean, are you allowed to speculate on Merkel's intentions? Or would that be blasphemous?
Could you not?
I tend not to dig into what his intentions may be. If he needs something done, I will do it. He gifted me my life, and I am here to serve him.
I'm certainly no stranger to burning down a church. So, you did come to the right person. I'll say this, Dagrim. I think I, and probably more of us, can help you do this. But eventually we're going to need more than just a missive from Merkel. Reasoning is important. Intention is important, especially for putting our names on these things. We can't just blindly follow like you can.
That is the tricky part of bringing someone into my presence. Generally why I work alone. But you guys are of great use.
It's good to hear. Just keep that in mind as we move forward. We can help with things, but we're going to need more information before we commit to much more than this. I'll let you think on that while I go deliver this duck to Rosie.
Right.
I feel like he's been quacking intermittently through this whole conversation.
Yeah, I want to burn down a church. Quack.
I'll knock on Rosie's door. Rosie?
You can come in.
I open the door. I have a duck in my arms. We were given a duck. I think his name is Quacky or something.
Oh my god, can I hold him?
Sure.
Oh my god. Rosie's gonna hold the dog.
He's yours. I leave.
As you hand over the duck, after he heard the wrong name, he looks at you and squints.
Wait, what was your name, buddy? Was it
It's Quacky.
Quack.
Quacky?
You get a serious squint, like he's staring right at you.
Well, I can't speak duck.
Quack.
Quackster?
He just stays silent.
He stops quacking when he's near Rosie.
Duck's trying to kill me.
He's plotting your demise.
She'll go down with the duck and be like, does anybody know the duck's name?
Rupert something. Honestly, I don't remember.
Rupert?
I told you it was Quacky something.
Does he respond well to Rupert?
Can you tell if a duck responds well?
I don't know.
Good question.
David's been very
Animal handling.
clear that he was tank facing me.
Stank facing you and Rez.
Do we really need a judgy duck in our party?
Cook him.
Never heard of the book.
You're on thin
The
ice.
Judgy
John.
Duckling.
Now that's a fucking tavern name.
The
Tea.
Judgy
The
Duckling.
judgy duckling. I actually like that a lot.
And we have a mascot already. I got a 16 for animal handling.
16. You can tell just by his general demeanor and quiet nature, these are clearly not what he's responded to. These are not names that he was given.
Dan, what's his name? Come on.
Look, genuinely, I don't remember. That guy was like going off. It's like, my duck has his 20-page backstory.
But
And
he's
I was
so
like, just give me my
upset.
fucking keys.
It was literally like a
He's
2-minute long name.
He's so upset that I don't know his name.
It's
Can
a
you try
duck.
to remember, please?
Ducks don't have feelings.
Yes, they do. He looks so sad. Do you not see how sad he looks? And she'll hold the duck up in front of him.
Just gets
Yeah,
up close,
looks
whacks
like-
right in your face.
It looks like a duck. Get out of my face.
Can you please
Get out of my face, you fucking duck.
don't be mean to him? And she'll like snuggle the duck.
God, Dan has something very fucking wrong to say.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like he would know better than to say it.
No, say it.
Oh, good.
Say it. Say it.
I mean, is this going to be another robot animal, or what's going to happen?
Oh no.
Rosie looks genuinely offended.
Even the duck's offended too.
The duck doesn't have any
You don't
context.
Duck.
He doesn't want to be a robot. He knows that much.
Rosie comes
Do you
back
know
one
what a
day,
robot is?
finds out we've cooked and eaten the duck, and it's like, no! Builds it a robot body.
That was.
It was a joke. It was a very, very dark joke. I'm sorry.
Didn't want to do that to Bean, but Bean got killed by the door.
It was a I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't want to say it.
How dare you?
God damn it. I've been baited.
I thought it would be funny. That's not funny.
It wasn't funny. It was fucked up.
Well, me and Quackster? She
Quack.
eyes the
You just
duck.
get nothing. The duck just looks like it's hanging its head. He looks defeated right now.
Well,
Very
come on,
emotive duck.
come on, Ducky. Let's can maybe I can name you something else, like Donald.
Darkwing.
What kind of duck is this anyway?
What kind of duck?
I mean, is that like male or female patterning?
Is it a mallard? Is it a muscovy? Is it a
This
like a
is,
Chinese crested?
Some
This
kind
is
of
like a
wing
mallard. Got a green head, brownish and gray feathers.
Got
It's
it.
a boy.
What'd you say?
It's a boy.
Yeah.
Rosie's gonna come up with a new name for the duck since everyone forgot it. And Rosie wasn't there to hear the name of the duck.
Okay.
What about Doug?
Yes, Doug the duck. Perfect.
Doug's a good duck name.
Rez probably would approach Dan at some point and just say, "Hey, Dagrim asked me earlier today about whether we'd be willing to go burn down a church.
What church?
Another name I don't remember.
Church of Ilmater.
Thanks, Dagrim. The Church of Ilmater.
Oh. Okay.
Dagger's like right behind Rez.
Can
I
you
would
talk to Dan
specifically
for me?
tried to seek out Dan without Dagrim around.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So he wants to burn down a church.
He
Did he
says he
say
got
why?
new instructions.
Uh-huh.
That is as much as he was willing to share. And honestly, it seemed like it was as much as he knew.
Huh.
I told him I'm not opposed to the notion on its face, but we can't just be fellow disciples of Merkel doing his every whim, right?
No, I would agree with that. That is definitely not a viable long-term play.
He didn't seem tremendously happy when I told him that, though.
Well, I mean, he's a zealot. He's not gonna be.
I'm just worrying about the long term.
I think you're in the right there. It's a little concerning that there's not really any clear directive why. Honestly, the phylactid thing also feels like maybe, it'd be good to have a little bit more clarity in terms of what that's all for.
I don't know if we're gonna get it from Dagrim.
And maybe we could try and get in touch with Merkel somehow on our own.
Can magic do
Reach out
that?
to.
I mean, theoretically, not something I could do right this second, but I mean,
Something you could do at some point.
I could look into it. Maybe either Merkel or like a representative of Merkel, like a divine receptionist type of thing.
A divine receptionist.
Hello. You've reached Merkel's hotline.
He's not here right now. Can I take your business?
Can I take a message?
All right, Toots.
Yeah, fucking. I mean, Dan could eventually cast contact on their plane to try and get a hold of Merkel independently, but I think if we can't get Dagrim to see reason on that front, then I say sure, let's look into plan B and try and learn some more on our own. But I feel like it's not an unreasonable position to say, we don't necessarily want to sign on with something that's going to potentially result in a planar threat. The way this mind flayer thing's working out to be, it's just like you start dealing with extra planar shit, stuff starts escalating real fast, and we just want to make sure that it's not gonna bite us in the ass. We live here. I don't think that's unreasonable.
I don't either. Do you think it's possible that there are other acolytes of Merkel here?
Potentially.
Be interesting to know if they're all as in the dark as Dagrim is.
We could,
I don't know how
Dagger
we
gets a bead of sweat.
No. I can hear him sweating.
Gross.
Yeah, what a weird sentence.
I have high passive perception.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we can get a hold of one, that might be something to maybe ask about. Shit, we could put out a fucking ad in the paper. How hard is that?
It's an interesting way to go about it. I thought of that earlier, and I wanted to put it in your head because you are better at coming up with plans for things like that.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a very high risk, need for secrecy type of thing. I think we just, fucking do it and see what happens.
Now, whatever you feel is the best way to do it.
Yeah, and I'll get a paper out. Anyways, what do you think of these doors?
They look heavy.
Good. All right.
Dan, do you trust the duck?
Not a fucking bit.
Keeps squinting at me.
Yeah,
Like he knows what I'm saying.
Did the duck light up when I cast Detect Magic earlier?
The duck did not. Merely a duck.
Okay.
Here's my theory. Isn't there like a polymorph that will last forever?
Yeah.
What if it's like a demon council member or something?
I mean, if it's polymorph, they're fucking. They're a duck now. There's nothing behind the eyes at that point. So,
What about like a druid or something?
I mean, if it was a druid, it would probably have something behind the eyes. I mean, that's an easy way that we get attached. We just hit it, and if it doesn't turn back into a person, it's just a duck.
The only problem with that is I already gave it to Rosie.
Ah, shit.
Don't you dare hit that duck.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Is there any subtle way to like see if it's like a true sight? It, you know, see if it's really a duck.
I mean, I wouldn't know how to do that, but theoretically,
What
yeah.
if we got you like a spell scroll?
Yeah.
You think
No,
there's a
I could do
chance
that.
You could try it.
I could do it with a scroll, probably.
All right.
I feel like David's just sitting here like, I just gave them a fucking duck.
He makes it so specific though. Keeps squinting at us and having opinions.
Ducks don't have fucking opinions.
They don't even have souls.
Ducks do have opinions. It's usually about bread, though.
I'm
And how
supposed
much
to
they
feed
want.
them bread.
Rosie is currently feeding the duck bread.
You're supposed to feed them grapes.
None of us know how to feed ducks.
The duck is not aware of such feeding restrictions and is happily eating the
Because
bread.
it's a druid.
Of course. Only a druid would be ignorant as to the true ways of a duck.
It's someone
Shit.
pretending to be a duck. He doesn't know.
I just gave him a duck and they constructed and found out a way on how he assassinated the president.
Players always overcomplicate shit, David. Don't you know this?
Okay,
Anyways,
that's true. Anyways,
Alright, you take care of that stuff.
yeah, I'll go talk to like a local paper office and tell them to fucking put an ad in. I want to talk to some representatives of the Church of Merkel.
That's
I don't think there's a church, but
yeah.
I
Whatever.
think
The
if we're gonna
Order
find
of
anyone,
Merkel. Whatever
it's-
you want to call it.
Yeah, it's gonna be some rando. Like they don't have an organized thing. I don't think.
I would like to speak with a member of the Order of Merkel.
Sure.
I would like
Please
to reach
inquire
out
at
to a
this
death
address.
god.
sorry, you guys were both talking at once.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's it. I'm just talking about the ad.
Okay,
He's thinking out loud.
got it. Okay. So I would say you're talking about the Church of Ilmater or looking for Merkel's
Merkel's.
church.
Merkel's.
Okay, so that's different than the one that Dagrim would have had, but yeah.
Yes.
I would say, how are you wanting to find where they're at?
I'm just going to a local paper, like
Okay.
whatever.
And just see what's in the papers.
Well, I just want to put an ad in the paper, the way they.
Oh, put an ad in. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just say, hey, I want to talk to somebody from the Order of Merkel. Inquire at this address.
Okay. Easy enough.
I assume you're doing this without my knowledge.
Yeah, probably.
I had a feeling.
So yeah, I'd say no worries there.
See, Dagrim, no worries.
You are able to get an ad in the paper. It's going to cost you a whopping 5 nickels.
So many nickels.
Oh.
I would like to say one thing that Dagrim has mentioned in the past.
Yes.
He has described himself as the most pleasant member of Merkel's cast. And he has said that to the group before.
I mean, he doesn't know anything, and we need to know more.
True.
True.
I don't think this is out of line for us to look into.
gonna have to start poking around.
But yeah, no worries there. You are able to successfully get an ad in the paper.
Yeah.
So, anything else from the party then, as you kind of start to set up your new digs?
Nope. Rosie's very happy.
I guess question for the group.
Mm-hmm.
With Arcane
Yeah.
Lock, I can set passwords on doors, which is not a problem for most of the doors except for the front door to the bar. I feel like that one probably shouldn't be password locked
Probably not.
No.
unless we have someone who's just manning the door, in which case we can password lock it safely.
I mean, I feel like
So-
we will need someone manning the door. It's a
Okay.
bar.
We need a doorman, perhaps.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to hire some fucking help too. Is the other side of this?
Well, we got Birdie.
okay, Birdie.
She's a good bouncer.
No, Birdie can hire people.
No. We have people that work for us already.
We're not spending them as bouncers in a fucking podunk.
Well,
They're not
bar.
doing
We're not
anything
spending them
else.
on anything.
Why put more people on the payroll?
They're firepower, and
Yeah, they could be firepower later. They need jobs. They need to blend in. I feel like they're bored as shit.
Yeah, it gives them something to do.
I thought they were looking into your bullies, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were. That's right.
I mean, like, you know, that's not a full-time job.
God damn.
I think Rosie had a lot of bullies. I think you'd be very much mistaken on that front.
Okay, I would say as you guys are setting up your new building, you would eventually see Birdie just walking around, kind of tidying up the area.
Sure.
Hi, Birdie.
Oh, hello, sweetie. It's a nice little place you got here. Everybody else will be over here soon. I told them where it is.
The rest of the gang.
If you want to call them that.
We don't have a better name yet. Alright,
Have
well,
you thought of a name for this place then?
someone said the Judgy Duckling, which I love.
That's an adorable name.
Alright, well, that's one vote from Birdie.
Oh, Rosie would have like put the wooden duck on the bar shelf.
What do you do with the other 100 ducks?
Oh, have those arrived?
I assume so. Our furniture all arrived.
Yes, the furniture would have arrived, and there would just be like a crate that's just kind of been sitting in the main area that nobody's really gotten to yet. And yeah, you would open it up, and there's just 100 of these carved wooden ducks.
Rez,
Yes.
why are there so many ducks?
You said you liked it.
But why 100?
It's a nice round number.
What does it do with all these?
I don't know. You like to decorate.
I'm going to spend the next few hours cutting 100 ducks throughout this entire, and everybody's rooms too, just everywhere.
It's like goddamn Jeep.
If our bar is duck themed, you can put them all down there.
Now she's gonna do a lot down there, but she's also gonna hide them elsewhere too.
Sure.
Just hide them around the building.
Yep.
Alright. Hey, yours to do with what you wish.
duck is that, by the way? The actual duck.
It's
Rosie's.
mine now.
Oh, well, he's such a sweetie.
Do you know magic, right?
Yes,
Do you know how to speak with animals?
yes.
Could you ask him what his name is? He's been very upset.
I would be upset too if I wasn't being called the right name.
Yeah, well, I don't think Dan and Rez were paying attention. when
That is
his-
correct.
You assume correctly.
And now he just keeps glaring at me, and I want to know his name.
With a duck, yeah, they'll do that. And yeah, you don't even see her mutter an incantation or a twist of fingers or anything like that. And it seems like she's already conversing with the duck. Quack, quack. And they start having a conversation, quacking back and forth. His name's the Count for short, but his full name is Count Alan Quaxon Webfoot.
Okay, can you repeat that for me?
Count Alson Webfoot?
No, Count Alan.
I put it in characters.
Oh my god, thank you.
Alan Quaxon.
Sounds like a private investigator.
Sounds like what a fucking druid would want you to think a duck's name was.
Right.
So Rosie will call him the Count. Hello, Count.
And you see his little face, little beady eyes, kind of brighten up as you hear a happy quack come from him, kind of a higher pitched, more energetic quack.
Okay. She'll ask Birdie to apologize for her.
I already did, sweetie. Don't worry. I rolled over in the rain.
Thank you.
Oh, and he prefers being scratched behind his left ear, and his favorite treat is grubs.
Ugh.
Grubs?
Yes,
What's like insects?
yes.
Ew. Okay.
Oh, he's a duck. What do you think he eats?
I don't like.
Fucking gross duck. You're no longer Rosie's favorite.
No, Rosie will get grubs for the duck. Or the Count.
Okay.
And she'll scratch him behind the left ear.
He very much appreciates it.
And she'll also make him like a little bed in her room for him.
Takes him a little bit before he gets used to it, but he will eventually settle down into it, kind of nestle into it.
And she'll keep the bathtub filled with water.
You were quickly spoiling this duck.
He's gonna start taking advantage of your hospitality.
What?
I'm just saying, that duck. I don't trust him.
Why do you trust nothing? Can you just like, I don't know, trust something, somebody?
It's just you guys.
What's wrong with a duck? It's a duck.
Look at him.
What?
Suspicious.
Oh my god. She
What
rolls
kind
her
of
eyes.
duck quacks?
Y'all are being.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Somebody in this establishment
it
understands
just
where I'm coming
sounds
from.
like a guy saying quack. It doesn't even sound like a real duck.
Exactly.
I feel like Rosie will be like, come on, Count. Let's go somewhere where you're actually appreciated.
Just wags his tail.
Where are ducks appreciated?
Is Bean jealous at all?
Bean is probably looking at the duck like a duck.
Yummy.
Bean, do not eat the duck.
You immediately see the ears droop.
Tragic.
We'll go get you something later, but not this one.
Bean just goes to a corner and just sulks.
Bean is depressed. Bean needs help.
Bean needs therapy. He's being told not to be a cat. Don't eat birds.
I feel like Rosie would just be like, "Oh, don't be that way," and she'll like grab Bean's face and kind of try to squish it. Be like, "Do you want to play with your toy?" And she'll pull out her little the feather toy on the.
So
stick.
you're giving Bean the toy, all right?
All right, well, we'll let Rosie play with her bean.
There it is. There it is. We knew what was coming.
Is there anything else productive we should do today?
I mean, outside of getting security and everything set up on this place, I'm not sure there's really much more we need to do.
Do we get like Simply Safe?
How is that?
It's a
I
fucking alarm system.
It's an ad in a newspaper.
Hmm.
I think it was through the Devil Mafia or something.
It sounds like a racket.
Yeah, when a business advertises that much, you know there's something weird about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, I got a plan. DM.
Huh?
Can I use my... Oh, I don't even have to do that. Never mind. Alright. I'm gonna cast a Glyph of Warding in the main bar. Actually, no. I'll cast it on the floor where we're all, like, living. I assume we're almost on the same floor, right?
Sure.
So I'm gonna cast a Glyph of Warning in the hallway. Dan's gonna be like up on a ladder for like an hour, like putzing with a lamp.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Summon Elemental inside the glyph. I'm gonna use 4th level slots.
Okay. And what are you going to put into the spell?
I'm thinking probably an Earth Elemental.
Okay.
And I will set it to go off on a password.
Okay.
So there's going to be an Earth Elemental glyph hidden in the hallway inside a lamp.
Sweet.
Okay. And you said it was set to go off of on a password. What is the password?
I don't know. What's a cool password?
Igneous.
That might just be a spell incantation.
Type of.
I know it's type of.
Oh wait, no, that's Firebolt, isn't it?
Ignis.
Ignis. Heard that enough.
Yeah. I don't know, something stupid like Rocky, we've got company.
I choose you, Rocky.
That your final answer, Rocky? We got company.
Yep.
All right.
I got nothing better.
Okay. Got it. Anything else from the party for today, then?
No.
I think we're done.
I'll probably just work on spell scrolls for the rest of the day.
Also, I was going to say that we got to make sure that we don't allow anyone named Rocky into the bar now. Like, Rocky, we got company.
I don't think the bar is where the glyph is, thankfully.
Oh,
I
okay.
will clarify. It has to be Dan speaking the password. How's that?
Can you clarify that?
Yes.
Okay.
You can set whatever conditions you want on the glyph.
Oh. I kind of like that anyone could do it, but could you just set it so if any of us in the party spoke the password?
I can, as long as you can all be responsible with it.
If you don't trust me with it at this point, why am I even here?
What would we do with an earth elemental?
For an hour, I don't know. I'll tell the party what the password is. Fine.
All right, I
Like
think
the
we're
Wi-Fi password.
done for today.
Okay. I would say then, at that point, near the end of the day, the other three would eventually show up. Zer, Britt, and Ovalin. Zer would just kind of look around. Oh, nice place you got here. Really putting some spit shine into it.
Yeah, we're getting it put together as quick as we can here.
We finally got rooms to ourselves.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Say, we've been doing some snooping like you asked us. Got a little bit of something.
Mm-hmm.
At least on one of your compatriots. Well, I shouldn't say compatriots. Don't really know what the best word is. Former people you don't really care for.
Targets.
There you go. Couldn't get the word. Yeah, I got this Iris. I don't know how you say her name. She's, one of your friend group you said a while back, Rosie?
Really friends.
Yep, gotcha. So, anyways, about that, whatever your association was, really, got a little bit of a lead. Seems she's in the construction building departments right now. So, you wanted to make it look easy. I mean, construction. Oh, that's like your best spot for workplace accidents. You want to keep this hidden. Oh man, I got so many ways for you.
Do it.
I mean, if you want me to do it, I just figured since
Well, I'll go with you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Rosie's like, I want to watch.
I mean, you want to go right now? I know where they at. Or do you wanna talk to them first? What are you thinking here?
I don't really know.
Well, that's something you probably want to figure out.
I've never done the revenge thing before.
Ah. If only your pop were here. He'd be shedding a tear right now. On that note, boss is still looking into it. He thinks he's got something. He's looking close. Might, he kind of fumbles for a little bit. If it is true, it's gonna be a bit of a. We'll get your pop back. Don't you worry. We're gonna find him.
Insight check.
Boy, what a terrible way to deliver information.
He is
Yeah,
making
this
her
is-
nervous.
Very, very reassuring.
18 total.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see he's trying to, downplay the severity of it.
Wait, so you know, where is he? What happened?
I mean, I don't know. This is all just, it's still up in the air. I only got a little bit of what the boss said, but I mean, if it is true, it's gonna be a bit difficult. Get your pop back.
Why is that?
You clearly know something.
You know something, tell me.
I just know the name of the place that he might be being held at. Look,
What's it called?
there's a place. I mean, I know of the place. I shouldn't say just that. I do know the place.
She'll like walk up to him like, pretty please tell me.
Look, I'm getting there, all right? So there's this place that they keep anybody who can really do magic. And this is where they keep them when they actually, want to lock them down and make sure they don't go anywhere. And this is like high level, this is top of the top prison here. It's a place called Arcane Bastille.
Wait,
You ever heard of it?
is he like with the blue coats now? Like arrested?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. You see, from what the boss said, it looks like they was trying to negotiate something about a trade for somebody else, and that he'd be taken there. So we don't know if he's there yet or not. That's what boss is trying to figure out, if he's actually there, or if he's been transported, or if he's being held up elsewhere. See, that's what I mean. I don't know everything yet. I just know that the Arcane Bastille was mentioned, and he may or may not be there.
That's concerning.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to, just tell a little bit of the story and not get your hopes up too much, because I just don't know much yet.
Gotcha.
Have we ever heard of this place before?
Give me a history check.
Gladly. Oh, it's a good roll for me. 17.
I'm gonna use my puzzler wit.
Okay.
Okay. 19.
19.
I think this is a 14. Let me double check. Yeah, 14.
Okay.
Unhelpful.
I would say even on the low roll, the name you guys are vaguely familiar with. It's semi-notorious, but at the same time, it's shrouded in rumor on if it actually exists or not. It seems to be a place where, like Zare said, the world government goes to send, the more powerful spellcasters for imprisonment. The last you would have heard about it was several years ago. The world government had finally put out a statement that they captured the notorious Gornak the Shadowblade, who had been terrorizing the plane of Fortuna for quite some time, and he was put away in a high-locked facility. Obviously, the world government didn't use the exact name. So while you are familiar with it, it's pretty much mostly rumor on what it is, where it's at, anything like that.
That's not good.
So this fucking doppelganger got him handed over to the world government? Is that the theory?
In exchange for someone important to the devil or the demon council?
I mean, that's what I'm assuming. Look, technically, I wasn't supposed to be hearing any of this, and if you catch Pop, let him tell you the story like you never heard of it before. All right?
Yeah, we'll still pretend we're surprised.
Good. He see him kind of wet a few, or kind of dab a little piece of cloth on his face, sweat.
I think the only problem with that plan is Dan can't be surprised.
It's true. I'm always alert, ready for action.
All news. Like
Action news doesn't faze him.
I'm not surprised.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I know. You know, I don't exactly know how he got the info. You know, that he's been looking into that piece of shit shapeshifter that you guys got. He's been trying to squeeze out all the memories that he's got and make sure he's not hiding anything, figuring out. Because apparently, he knew a lot of the stuff that, you know, Ida knows, which kind of took us for a bit of surprise. Because there's stuff that he knows that, yeah.
Here's a question for you.
A lot. What?
Whatever your name is.
There.
Yeah.
I do the least to remember your name.
Aren't you our underling for this?
Yes, but still, being polite is one thing.
It's not really my thing.
Rosie
Yeah.
literally said that at the same time, but said that's not her thing.
Yeah, I can tell. Anyways, what?
You've been in this business longer than any of us have. What exactly... Okay, hypothetically, let's say we find out Idek is in this prison and by some miracle we get him out.
Uh-huh.
What happens to Idek at that point? I feel like he would be quite the loose thread for the Devil Mafia and just in general. Is he even still in his position at that point then?
Oh, you're talking about the old bait and switch and what to do with what happens with when we get him out. Oh yeah, we got that part planned. We've done prison breaks all the time, and they still think that the prisoner's still there. I'm not worried about that.
I'm saying Idek specifically though.
Yeah.
What happens to his position? Does he maintain it? Or is he a liability?
Oh, he'd maintain it, but he's gonna have to go through a few things to, change up how he looks, how he acts. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about the.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he can't exactly go around saying, "Oh, I'm Idek."
Oh.
Oh, you mean the Idek that's supposed to be in jail? Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's got to go through a name change. He's got to change up his personality, maybe change him up on how he looks a little bit. Get some makeup under those eyes of his, at least till the heat dies down and nobody's suspicious of it. We've done this before. I've done it before.
Well, you were the person to ask. I figured that you'd seen something like this before.
Yeah, for something like this, we'll have to grow a copy for a bit, but shouldn't take too long. Assuming all of this is true. I'm sure the boss is already on the way of it.
Oof. Okay. Well.
So, anyways, Rosie, you want to go kill a target? Go target practice?
I guess. She's.
Ah, come on, it'll be great. You'll be able to get all your anger vented out. It'll be fun.
But what if I don't feel better? If I feel worse?
That never happens.
Only one way to find out.
Everybody feels better.
Yeah. It's just like shooting a duck.
Shooting the duck?
Bad analogy.
Don't touch the duck.
What? I just figured with all the ducks here that you like shooting ducks.
No! Ducks are cute.
They're good eating.
Well, that's also true, but don't eat the... You leave the count alone. Drag her little finger
Oh,
out.
for heaven's sake, she already named it.
That was his name.
It already had a name, to be fair.
Alright, well, y'all have a good conversation with the Count. And you gonna come along? You want to go kill some people?
Okay, we can go.
Okay. So, is anybody else coming with at all?
Dan will go just in case. This is important to Rosie.
I want to go just to make sure Rosie does it.
I would like to see the Deathbringer in action.
All right, you got an audience.
Wait, you guys don't have to come. You guys can stay here, don't it?
Nah, we got your back on this.
I wouldn't miss
We're there
this.
for you, Rosie.
Insight check on all of you. Oh, nat 1. She's oblivious. She's like,
Oh no, I rolled in that one as well.
guys. So I have
You
a
can
2.
see Dagrim is literally excited.
Is that a smile on Dagrim's face?
What
No.
the hell?
No, not at all. It's an upside down frown.
That's a smile.
No, it's different. It means more sad.
No, that means joy. And that you're happy.
I mean, he's about to witness death. That's when he'd be happiest.
That is kind of his thing.
Okay, anyways, let's go.
Onwards.
I'll drive.
What if we just park the car on this guy?
It's a girl.
This girl.
It's a little anticlimactic.
I mean, it would do the job.
Yeah, you don't want to do it on a car. Getting blood out of tires is not fun.
It's a tire. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you want to get it out of all the little grooves and all the mud that you tracked in the tire grooves?
Oh my god. Do you not... Where's the sorcerer? Does he not know prestidigitation? Did he not learn that? Sorcerers, man, I'm telling you. They like to talk all high and mighty, but they got such a limited skill set.
Ovlin? His
Yeah, you
name's,
don't talk too much.
his name's Ovlin.
Yeah, that
Oh.
guy.
Calls it Oblin.
Oh,
A few
sorry.
times I've heard him say it.
I have prestidigitation.
Do what?
I have prestidigitation.
All you fancy spellcasters. I don't.
Okay, well look, it's a lot easier to clean blood out of stuff than you are giving it credit for.
Okay.
guy.
Okay,
The
that's
whole
cool.
point of
Can
this
you just drive me
Is
here?
I'm driving. The whole point of this is it's a very personal thing for Rosie, okay? We just drop a car on him, that's not very cathartic.
I mean, fair. I'm just...
She needs
Yeah,
to
it's just
die
cathartic.
by oh my god.
Shut
I will
up,
throw you out of this car.
fucking dork. I mean, there's just, I'm just throwing ideas out there. Right? I'm workshopping. We're brainstorming here.
Like I said, I got a bunch of ways if you want a workplace accident to happen, especially in
She
construction.
never actually did anything mean to me. She just never did not do anything mean to me.
Oh, so she was complicit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
that
say
still
that's-
makes her a piece of
that's
shit, I'd
worthy
say.
of death.
We could just cripple her if that'd make you feel better.
No.
Yeah, no, like the base of the spine, you fucking just one clean shot there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like,
Yeah, see,
she's
that-
not,
what he's
she's not
talking about.
walking.
Guys, I don't know if I want to do this. I think I'm changing my mind.
Alright, I guess we're here.
Hey, look, a construction site.
So yeah, as Rosie starts to doubt herself, doesn't take too long for Rez to land near the construction site that Zer pointed out. And the thing is, the only thing I couldn't get is what her job title is. I don't know if she's like an actual, like I'm lifting girders, or if I'm just barking commands at anybody, or if I'm operating the machinery. I just know they're Woika.
Well, what does she look like?
I don't know.
I was kind of asking Rosie.
1 second.
I mean, I know she's a tiefling. That's about it.
That's something.
Female tiefling.
Okay, female tiefling. Got it.
We'll say she's red. And one of her
Ah, she
horns
should
is
stick out like a sore thumb then.
red with one of her horns missing, and she had dark black hair that was in a bob cut. There we go.
Alright. I will look out for someone
Good
roughly...
memory.
I mean, honestly, a tiefling with the horn missing is pretty obvious.
Wait, did you just describe Karlak?
Oh, I guess I kind of did.
I was like, wait,
I'll look for
this is
Karlak.
connecting dots.
We're
I
gonna
don't like
suck him.
Karlak's
Karlak's a baby.
Why would you kill Karlak? She is pure.
It's not Karlak. This is much bitchier, meaner. She's ugly. How about that? I think Rosie will throw that.
That makes the murder justifiable.
There
She's
it is.
I feel like Rosie's just like, she's not pretty either.
Agreed.
Well, now I don't feel even remotely guilty.
Why? Would you feel bad if you killed her because if she was pretty?
Yeah, we're doing a favor, if anything.
No, you said she was a bitch.
You get squinty eyes. She'll stop it.
I'm looking for this Karlak.
Look, if you get dealt a bad hand in the looks department, the least you can do is be nice. You know, being both is just kind of. I don't know what you're trying to do at that point.
This is a fair point. Where is she?
I'm
kill her.
looking.
Give me a perception, Rez.
I will also be looking.
Ugh, not a great day for Riz. 17.
Nat 20 plus 4.
Oh, perfect.
for Rosie.
That makes sense.
Goddamn. All right. Yeah, Rosie. They just kind of park near the construction site, and it's to put into a description. It's just a startings of a apartment complex. You can see the large Ekrite girder has already gone in place in kind of the center of the building, while everything else is kind of being built up off of that. And sure enough, on some of the girders walking around kind of the frame of the building, you would see the kind of bright red skin just sticking out against the sun as you squint, but you're pretty damn sure it's her. It's hard to tell definitively from this distance, but I mean, you see the broken horn. You're pretty positive this is her.
See her?
What, that red dot up there?
We should just go. Yeah. Let's just leave.
You mean go kill her? That's what I heard, right? Right, everybody?
No, just go.
Yeah, go kill her.
No.
Come on, just get out of the car then. Let's go do it. Come on.
I don't want to.
Rosie. Come here. I'm pulling Rosie aside.
Killing something something you shouldn't regret.
Pulling her away from the peer pressure. Rosie. Why are you having second thoughts now?
She seems very anxious and nervous.
I can tell.
She's having flashbacks and is nervous.
This situation is different, Rosie. You know that, right?
I guess. What if it's not? What if I am the one that dies? Or something.
I don't think you're gonna die. And I don't think that's necessarily what you're worried about. You're the one in control this time, Rosie, okay? The last one was incidental because things just didn't go to plan. This is someone who hurt you in the past. You deserve that closure.
You didn't come through there.
She'd just say, I guess.
If you don't want to do it, no one is going to force you. But I don't necessarily believe that you don't want to do it.
Ooh. Just see what happens.
Didn't hear most of that.
We can just go see what happens.
Go see what happens.
Yeah. Whatever happens, right?
If that's how you want to proceed. You can bow out at any time. I would encourage you to commit to it, though.
Well, yeah, you like murder.
I want to see you become stronger.
I think she, laughs.
What's funny about that?
Nothing. I'm not very good at lifting things.
You know what I meant.
Well, still terrible at lifting things.
Agreed. Come on, let's get back to the group.
Alright, we go back to the group.
So anyways, if we want to be simple, I mean, we could do poison in their food box, or if we want to do it the classic way, we could just be, Woikas that accidentally, whoops, oh, you fell off a 40-foot story building, oh man, what a tragedy. Oh, hey! What do you guys figure out? We gonna go through with it?
Sure.
Alright, so what's your preferred method? Got anything?
No. I don't usually do this stuff.
Alright.
Do you
Well,
want it to be personal, or do you want it to be an accident?
yeah, because, if we want an accident, we can do that real easy.
Oh. Should it be personal? I feel like she's looking to the group for guidance. She's just I don't know.
It feels
I
better
mean-
that way.
Does
Depends
it?
if you want them to remember your face as the last thing they see before they die.
It's a certain ring to it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That said, if you want to get away with it and them not be able to peg you with Speak with Dead, there's value in being
guess-
secretive.
Cut off her head and take it with us.
Yeah, I'll just crush her skull and we're done. It's fine.
You guys know your business.
We've been around the block.
So I guess, how do we get up there?
You serious, right?
We have a flying car.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, my mind's a
There
little
you go. elsewhere.
You act a little cups there, Rosie. You feel okay?
You're wrong.
What?
Yeah, I'm great. Why would anything be wrong? Everything's great. Everything's
All
fine.
right, just checking.
She didn't
Oh,
get
I
much
know.
sleep because the duck was quacking all night.
Does that help?
Yes, it does, a lot.
My thing got turned down all the way.
Oh, you're
Okay.
That is much better.
That would do it.
Yeah, because I had you at 200% the whole night and I could barely hear you.
Yep. Sorry.
Alright, well, let's go kill a person. Everybody get in the car.
Into the car.
Acting like it's so fancy when it's just another day for me.
It's a special
Right.
occasion.
Yeah. I remember my first kill.
This is not
Never
my
forget
first
that.
kill.
My first kill was gassing a building.
Stroke
I
of
think
fucking
we are.
genius.
What?
Good start. I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Well, I guess kills. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that. So, are we just gonna push her off, or are we just gonna?
It's up to you, Rosie.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to push him off, we could just
Y'all are the murder experts.
Make
we could
the
just
call.
nudge him with the car if you really want to be honest.
We could just drive a little too close to the roof.
Yeah, accidents happen all the time like that. I just saw one 2 months ago.
Can any of you guys hold person?
Sure.
I mean,
I
Physically
can
hold
hold
one.
a person.
yeah. See,
yeah, I can hold person.
Okay. Do that, and then I'll have a little talk, and then I'll just shoot her in the head.
Perfect. Alright, I'll land on the roof. Or wherever the hell she is.
yeah. So she's on a basically an iron girder, like 50 feet in the air. It's basically the skeletal frame of a building.
Oh. Is there any platforms nearby, or do we have to just like leave
There's the
car?
iron girders.
Okay, well, can we just leave the car like idling
Yeah.
50 feet in the air next to one
Yeah.
of the girders?
hmm
Alright, perfect. I'll do that.
And yeah, you see a few workers pause as they see a flying car just kind of stop next to the girders. See the same red-skinned tiefling look over kind of quizzically too.
You're up, Dan.
Hold person. Wisdom
All
save,
right.
please.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I gave him fairly decent bonuses, but I don't think that's going to help. That's a 3 plus their bonus. That is 7 total.
Yeah, that fails.
Yep. Oh,
You
so
are-
much for that encounter.
Paralyzed.
Cool. Rosie will hop out of the car,
Mhm.
and she will say, "Hi, Iris. Do you remember me?"
Can they talk under hold person? They're paralyzed. I don't know if they can.
barely squeak out words.
I guess. How about this? She'll send it message
Oh.
because you can do message.
Can't move or speak. They're incapacitated.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll send a message with my cantrip message,
Okay.
and I'll say that to her.
Okay.
Does she respond? Because this is telepathic in the mind, right?
You hear a pause, as just the wind up here just kind of blows strong, since there's not really anything stopping it. Rosie?
Oh, you do remember me. I think she'll pull out her gun. And she'll just kind of like walk up to her and put it on her forehead.
Okay. I mean, they're held person. They can't do shit.
Yep. I think she'll send like another message to her and just be like, "Any last words?"
I thought you died.
What? I think she'd actually stop and be like, "What do you mean?"
What you doing? Oh shit.
Good choice of last words.
She's freezing up.
She'll do it.
I don't know. She's got that look in her.
On, Rosie. Everyone's just watching from the car.
Taking all bets.
I think she'll ask her to clarify.
Last I had read in the newspapers, you died
When?
after we separated.
Rosie has no idea what she's talking about, right?
Correct.
How did I die? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't remember. Said in the newspaper that had your name, death. Cops were looking into it. That's all I got.
She'll just pull the trigger.
Give me some damage.
Okay.
It's gonna be a crit because you're point blank.
Yeah. Correct.
Oh, dope. Okay. So I need D8s. So that's 68.
Looks like some good damage coming your way.
Yep. Try this. Okay. 48 damage.
48?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pull the trigger after this revelation, and all you see after the loud explosion is a huge hole in this tiefling's head, and your body and face are just covered in blood and gore
Ugh.
as the body just goes limp and starts to fall off.
Rez, squish?
Yeah, do I even need to? I mean, I'll hop out of the car and grab her body before it tumbles off.
Okay.
And are there people that are watching?
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of workers down below that are like, she just shot her, what the hell? And they're scrambling down below. Was that a gunshot?
The ones that are close to her that can see her face, she will shoot at them.
Give me a roll to hit. There's two of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
lay this body down on the girder and then just stomp on the head until it's paste.
17 plus 8.
Okay. Rez strength check to see how quick you can do it.
God, Rez.
And Rosie, you
Roll
will
a
hit.
10, please. It's 11 total.
11. Takes you about 2 good stomps before the skull finally caves in. Rosie, give me some damage.
33 damage.
Okay. Or just rule that's for both the hits, because that's gonna take them both down, no problem. So yeah, you just shoot her, look down, see some people scattering, line up your shot, shoot them both in the back. They
And
start.
she was shooting the ones that definitely saw like what she
Yeah.
looked like.
Yeah, they were turning around to run and get down. And yeah, you just shot them in the back. They start falling off of the girders of this apartment as more panic starts to come.
Does anybody else seem to recognize her? Or like look at her?
Not really. They're more just getting away from the gunshot
So then
and literal people falling onto the ground.
I feel like
Rosie, we gotta go. You need to snap out of whatever you just got into.
Dan, can you vortex warp those bodies? That just fell?
No, they're not people anymore.
Oh,
I'll take care of it.
They're
You can
objects.
drive, right, Rosie?
I can drive you.
Alright, Red's gonna hop down off the girders.
Yeah, Rosie will drive down to
Come
Rez.
on, Rosie. I know it's easy, but don't get into the moment and kill everybody. All right?
I'm not. No, I just gotta get rid of the people that saw me.
You made the right call.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not smart, but it's real easy to go from those people saw me to those people might have saw me to maybe those people saw me, and then you just massacred a whole city block, and you got 1,800 cops on your butt.
I don't want to do that. Okay, Rez, do you have the
Okay.
bodies?
Oh, I thought you just wanted me to stomp on the heads.
Oh yeah, you can stomp on the heads.
Alright, I'm doing that.
Okay.
I assume many of the workers have started running away at this point.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're mostly scrambling and running away, and you guys are going to hear the sounds of police sirens in the distance.
Real quick before she did that, could Rosie check the teeth, Iris's pockets and see if there was anything of interest?
Okay. I would say looking through the pockets, you'd find some nickels and dimes, a single gold piece, and you would see a crumpled up paper. Opening it up, you would see it's an address. And at the bottom of the address, you see it's signed Ash.
Cool. All right. So they'll start drive. So we'll after Rez squishes heads, Rosie will drive away, change the car, and then she'll head to that address.
Okay. Okay, are you sure you're good? I feel like you got a glint in your eye right now.
Yep, I'm great.
Where are we driving to exactly?
Here, she'll toss Rez the piece of paper.
What is this?
The person I hate the most.
Is there more to this than you had previously told us?
No, she had told you guys about Ash. He was like the ringleader of everybody.
Oh. Alright, well.
Wait, I thought that was Jack.
Oh, Jack. Oh, no, I know.
Oh wait, was
No,
that Zidane? I don't keep track of them.
Nope, you are correct, David. I think Rosie would still drive to the
I'm
address.
not David, I'm Zaire.
Seriously, David. You know what I meant.
Rosie, that's Zara. Who are you talking to?
All right, Zare.
Are you sure you're doing okay, Rosie?
Didn't you guys want me to be all murderers? Why do you care now?
I do. I don't know why Zara is like moralizing at you.
Look, there's the difference between, killing for purpose and just killing everybody, because the killing everybody, all fun, don't get me wrong, it's all fun. You gotta do it carefully, or else you're not gonna be able to kill nearly as many as you want.
It's one of the people I want to kill. Because
I understand that. I'm just saying, be careful. It's just like what your pop told you. The more you kill, you gotta tie up all your strings.
did I not just tie up the strings?
She literally did exactly that.
We got the witnesses, we got the body, we crushed the heads. Like, we got this there. Come on. You're worrying too much.
I mean, maybe I am. Maybe, the whole fact that if something goes wrong, Idek's gonna have my head and my ass on a platter, alright?
You're gonna be fine.
Uh-huh. He just kind of looks out the window as you guys drive.
Yeah, so she'll drive to that address.
Okay. I think that's probably where we're going to stop for the night, because we got about 4 minutes till 11:30. But good session, everybody. I think we got quite a bit accomplished. You guys got a new place. You got a new duck. You got 100 wooden ducks. You got your ducks in a row, we could say.
That's gonna be the episode title.
That's what this was all set up for, wasn't it, David? You just wanted to make a ducks in a row pond.
Look,
Fine.
I like ducks. All right.
Pond.
David, I thought you were more of a
Hunt
fan of
wouldn't have worked
geese.
if I didn't buy 100 ducks.
I feel like it was a bait. I feel like David knew you would buy 100 ducks if he gave us one.
David had nothing to do with the ducks. He called it
You
the,
guys-
fucking the gross goose or whatever.
I was the one that brought up.
The Drunk Goose Inn was the name of it.
Also,
You guys got
I really
ducks.
want to call the bar the Judgy Duckling. That's great.
I'm okay with this.
All right, before we do MVP vote, let's vote for the bard. Judgy Duckling or something else. We got 2 for Judgy Duckling.
I like
go for
I
Judgy
like
Duckling.
Judgy Duckling.
All right, unanimous. Judgy Duckling will be the new name. All right, so now let's do MVP.
Okay.
Uh,
I vote
Rosie.
Rosie.
Rez.
I was gonna say Rez.
That's 3 Rosie, 2 Rez.
Yep. And there it is.